Oh, put on under £1, so not too bad. So I've been absolutely terrible. I've been out 3 times. I had a 5-course Turkish meal. Been out for Mexican. Went to Witherspoons. So yeah, so not too bad at all. Wow, so there's my weigh-in then. I've just had a look. I was 11 stone 6 and 5/8, and now I'm 11 stone 7 and 1/8. So if I was 2/8 lower, which is basically nothing, I'll still be 11 stone 6 something. So I put on less than, I think about £0.5 pound, that is, isn't it? If my fractions is right. So yep, that is totally undeserved. I've had just, well, the best week but the worst week for dieting. So I'm going to do something a little bit different. I know that people struggle on breakfasts. I'm not actually going to do a cooking video. I'm just going to give some 10 suggestions as a breakfast. And my first one is what I've done in a video, which is a meal in a mushroom, which is basically you get a big mushroom, you spray fry light the top and the bottom of it, take out the stalky bit, salt and pepper it on the top and the bottom, then open up some chopped tomatoes, squash a few of those in the bottom, layer it with a little bit of, like about 4 layers of spinach, crack an egg onto it, bung it in the oven for 15 minutes, and you've got a lush, put a bit of a spray fry light on top of the egg, and you've got a lush breakfast. I know someone that wrote to me said that basically they have that every day, so it's a good one. And then I've got another one that I cooked, which is the rosti. Just remember to put lots of salt and pepper in it. Again, easy to do. I don't think you can do it midweek, but it's something else you can have. That's none of your A's and B's, just like the meal in the mushroom is none of your A's and B's. So you then know you can relax the rest of the day. You can have a slice of bread, you can have some crackers, you can have a bit of cheese because you haven't used those up in your first breakfast. I really struggle if I have something like Weetabix to start my day because I've got no milk left and I've got no B's left either. So I just feel like, I can only eat fruit and veg and yeah, carbs. My next one, which I haven't done a video for, but I know that other people do, is overnight oats. So you get your little spray fry light lid, fill it up with oats, which is your 35 grams, stick that in a bowl, a little covered Tupperware bowl, with about 125 grams of yoghurt. You can either use one of your free fruit yoghurts, or as I used to do, I used to use natural yoghurt. And then in the morning you sweeten it up and add some chopped bananas and some chopped fruit, stir it through. I know it's a popular breakfast, but it's not my favourite. It's a little bit sort of baby food stodgy-ish. I prefer something that I can cut into, something that's hot. Yeah, that just doesn't, maybe in the summer I might feel like that was more of a breakfast, but definitely not in the winter. My suggestion number 4, which is what I've done a video for not that long ago, is the quinoa or quinoa porridge, which is basically you cook a bit of quinoa up. Again, that's none of your A's or B's. Boil it up in some water for 15 minutes. There'll be more or less no water left, depending on how much you put in there. Drain it away, stir in some nice yoghurt, add some sweetener, add some fruit, and you've got a healthy breakfast there. That's supposed to be superfood, the quinoa. So, and the other one is a bit like the one that I spoke about before. I'll just do a little demo of this one actually. And that is, you've got your yoghurt and your fruit, and then you've got your oats, which on Slimming are normally soggy. But my suggestion is just to toast them in a saucepan, and they'll go, I'm going to see if they go by the end of the video. They should go brown and crispy, and you can sprinkle those on your yoghurt with your fruit. So again, instead of having something stodgy, you got something crispy on the top. Just a bit of texture makes a massive, massive difference. I think that's why I don't like risotto. one of those things I'm always tempted to order in a restaurant, and if I do, I'm always bitterly disappointed. And I made one in here as well for, I think it was asparagus and mushroom. But again, you just feel like you're eating prison slop, even though it's all the chefs cook it. It's not my thing, but it might be yours. My next is the 2-minute fry up. What I would suggest with this is the night before, get your corn sausages or your Slim and Well friendly sausages, cook them up. Then in the morning, you've got your sausage, slice it into 3 bits like long ways. Spray fry like a frying pan, stick that in it. Get some tin chopped tomatoes or some fresh tomatoes or some cherry tomatoes, chop them in half, put them in there, along with some eggs. Whisk it up or have your eggs whole, and there again in a couple of minutes you're going to have your sausage is going to heat through in a few minutes. Your egg takes a minute and you've got your tomatoes or your baked beans or both. So a mega quick breakfast. Oh, I forgot to add to that as well, you can also add, which is what I do, you get some tinned potatoes. Right, they're dirt cheap, and literally they're not that nice on their own, but if you get a few of the potatoes, again slice them quite thinly, bung them in the pan with salt and pepper, you got like a big plate full of sliced potatoes, you got your egg, you got your tomatoes, and you got your sausage, and you can literally put that together in a couple of minutes, so before you go to work. My next one is the baked rosti. Again, apart from these oat ones, you've got no A or B's used up. My next one is the baked rosti, which I've done the recipe for. Basically, grate up a load of potatoes, dry it out, mix it up with some cheese and some cooked bacon, bung it in. I use muffin trays, but I suppose there's no reason why you can't put my baking sheet into separate things. Stick it in the oven for half an hour or 20 minutes. Or you can do, if you like, crack an egg onto the top of the muffin. I preferred it without because I liked my potato crispy. And you've got a breakfast there, or alternatively you can serve your potato roasted with baked beans or eggs for your extra protein shot. My next one will take you back to one of the first things I used to cook with my mates, which is whisk up an egg or two, get your slice or your 2 little slices of bread or your 1 thick slice of bread, dip it in your seasoned whipped whisked up egg, bung it in a saucepan with some fry light. Again, if you stick some tomatoes in with that as well, you got a portion of veg with that as well. My next one is a good old omelette. Great breakfast, keeps you locked up, your hunger locked up for ages. Oh, burnt the oats. Literally, if you've got quite a big frying pan, you don't have to do a big fat omelette. You can do quite a small skinny one, so they don't take long to cook. And my next one is basically anything you want. Just because it's not a breakfast in your country, what's to say it's not in another country? For instance, when I went to China, everyone had egg fried rice and chow mein for their breakfast. I had it, and now I have rice for my breakfast quite a lot. If you want to have a bit of chicken for your breakfast, have some chicken for your breakfast. If you want, so don't worry about if it's not in the breakfast category. You can still use it. And here's as you can see, there's my toasted oats. Instead of soggy, they're now quite, you can hear them, they're quite crispy. So yeah, some of those sprinkled on your yoghurt. So that is that. I hope you don't mind that I haven't actually cooked anything, but I don't think there's anything that needs cooking. I will go through some bits that I bought at the car boot sale though. Which, we have the £1 man at the car boot sale, so basically he does bags of everything for £1. And they actually sell these at the cinema for about £3.50 obviously for a bigger bag than that. And this is just a little bag and it's got 17 grams in there, but it's toasted caramel popcorn. And there's enough in there. It's also got some sea salt in there as well. Obviously that's where the salted caramel's from. And for this 17 gram pack, It's 82 calories, so 4 sins, and you got a little sweet fix there. My next thing, so I got 10 of those for £1. How cute are these? I got 15 packs of these little Penn State pretzels. So these are 10 grams and 44 calories, so 2 sins in there. So that's not bad at all, is it? It's a little, if you're having a glass of wine. And then it gets better. I got 20 of these Twixes for £1. So these are 20 grams, and per 100 grams they are 500 calories. Is that right? That can't be right. I worked that out, but I think I worked that out as being about 3 sins yesterday, which I don't know if you tasted my salted caramel dessert. I'm going to make a banoffee one, sort of like a deconstructed one. So I'm thinking of using my chopped up Twix, some banana, mix it in with the salted caramel. So I've got my own sort of like, my own little low sin banoffee pie, as long as you don't mash the bananas up, because finely chopped bananas, sin free, you mash it up, it's 5 sins, which still doesn't make any sense, and I keep rattling on about that. He does 10 packets of Kettle Chips as well. They're 40 gram packs for £1. Apparently he gets all this stuff where they do hampers, and where like these packets are like not very straight, they get rejected, so he just sells it all on there cheap. And again, these are like, these Ocean Minis, they're vegetarian friendly, they've got no gelatine in them or anything. And each 29 gram pack is 39 calories, so 2 sins. Again, these are like really chewy, and these are from the Natural Confectionery Company. No artificial colours, no artificial flavourings. Oh, they have got gelatine in them. They're not vegetarian friendly, and I ate some of those yesterday. And then I got these gourmet jelly beans, 10 packs for £1. These are definitely vegetarian friendly because it says it on there. Gluten free, gelatin free, nut free, 100% natural gourmet jelly beans. And these are they're nice. I don't know how many sins there are in there. So sorry if it's a bit of a wittily on video, but the main thing is I haven't gained too much weight, and I shall see you back tomorrow when I'm going to be doing a really nice recipe. Don't know what that is, but I'll do one.